the most enviable bachelor of the planet, a mind-blowingly talented actor and just a charming man, Leonardo DiCaprio has a whole army of fans and followers. His piercing eyes, snow-white smile and pleasant voice has won more than one woman's heart. Leo is one of the few who managed to achieve world fame without money and influential connections. The love of the public came to him thanks to his innate talent, because the skillful actor easily transforms from a romantic knight as in Titanic into a courageous fighter for life from the Oscar-winning film Survivor. The future sex symbol was born in the fall of 1974 in California, USA. Contrary to popular belief, Leo cannot be considered a thoroughbred American. His father, George DiCaprio, a famous comic book illustrator, has a 50/50 German and Italian roots. The actor's mother was born in the family of Elena Smirnova, an immigrant from the war-torn Soviet Union, so Leonardo speaks good Russian. In a conversation with Vladimir Putin, DiCaprio himself explained that he considers himself half Russian because one of his grandfathers was from Russia. Ermelin named her son after Leonardo da Vinci. It was his paintings that the mother-to-be looked at when she felt her baby's first stirrings. A year after the birth of a child, the couple divorced, and the future actor left to live with his mother in Los Angeles. According to Leo, his childhood cannot be called the most joyful and carefree. Mom constantly worked to feed their small family. School was not fun, and loyal friends with a thin, modest guy was not. His father had not forgotten about his son after the divorce. He dreamed of seeing him on stage, so from an early age brought him to the auditions. The father of the Hollywood star was engaged in drawing comics and from an early age tried to accustom his son to creativity. Already in 2.5 years, young Leo, without realizing it, debuted on the screen in a third-rate television show. For the first time, Leonardo has debuted in front of an audience of less than 3 years in a TV show for children, and in his teens seriously interested in acting. He attended various theater courses and studios, learning and developing his abilities. In particular, he was trained in the school sides, in parallel with the classes in which he played in the avant-garde troupe The Mud People, touring with it in his hometown. Gained experience is useful to the handsome Leo hit the screen as the hero of dozens of commercials. Acting career interested in the little, but determined guy, so at age 14, he went in search of a serious job on his own. Together with his first agent, DiCaprio managed to break into small commercials, go to light up in the occasional role in the TV series Santa Barbara and Roseanne. Until now, Leo speaks very warmly of his father, noting his important role in his own growth. He always gave sound advice on the choice of roles and supported during the failures. Acting had to be combined with his studies at school, so Leo got himself an agent to conduct his commercials. In feature film, Leo made his debut in 1991. It was a small role in the comedy horror film The Teeth 3. Viewers did not pay attention to the film or to the young actor, but the directors have already noticed the young talent. Then the future star starring in the same tape with Robert De Niro, Life of That Guy. It is increasingly talked about in the acting environment. The first serious breakthrough was a dramatic supporting role in the film What's Eating Gilbert Grape. The 19-year-old DiCaprio played the mentally retarded brother of the main character, played by Johnny Depp. And although the film itself barely paid off its budget, the young actor's game was appreciated by the world's most demanding critics. For the role of Henry, Leonardo was first nominated for an Oscar and a Golden Globe, which is very solid for such an age. The young actor is not lost against the background of more venerable colleagues and showed that he is not devoid of creative taste. After this, invitations to film screenings have become more frequent. Experienced directors have seen the potential of an ambitious, bright, charismatic young man, so they turned a blind eye to his inexperience and lack of acting education. After What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Leo took part in such famous films as The Quick and the Dead with Sharon Stone and Russell Crowe, The Basketball Diary by Jim Carroll, and the drama Total Eclipse. The latter film was especially warmly received by critics, who were struck by the accurate reincarnation of a modest Leonardo and a binge homosexual alcoholic. However, the world public was still not talking about DiCaprio. But all this was a prelude to the real fame that fell on the American after the filming of the iconic Titanic. The story of the sinking of the largest cruise liner at the time, supported by the love story of two people from unequal estates, made an incredible furore and became the most discussed event of the year in the field of cinema. Interestingly, the director D. Cameron, contrary to the recommendations of the studios, strongly doubted the dramatic talent Sissy Boy. His decision David has changed after a personal meeting with the actor struck him by his sincerity and an unparalleled sense of humor. Thus a magnificent tandem was born, thanks to which a high-class movie was created, which gathered a collection of 11 golden statuettes and $1 billion at the box office. And the world woke up after the premiere with the name of a new idol. In the subsequent, Leonardo did not always manage to keep such a high bar. Using the star name of the actor, Hollywood producers began to offer not always successful film projects, which caused a certain chill to the person of DiCaprio. Among these works is the film The Beach, a very discreetly received by critics and a wide audience, even though during the filming of this reign of excitement. Another questionable film in terms of the quality of the plot material was a screen version of the famous novel by Dumas, The Man of Iron Man. Dumas' Man in the Iron Mask, not in the best way adapted to the average perception of the mass Hollywood audience. Not by chance, Leonardo was awarded the Golden Raspberry for this role. All this led to a rapid loss of popularity. The yellow press began to pay less and less attention to him. His name began to disappear from the front pages of tabloids and glossy magazines. The actor himself began to visit sad thoughts about the sunset of his career, and from directors still did not arrive worthy offers. Saved the situation DiCaprio favorite M. Scorsese, who took off the fading star in the drama Gangs of New York. The film was a resounding success and received 10 Oscar nominations, none of which, however, she did not receive. The Golden 2000 Seconds, an introduction to Scorsese and undisputed acclaim. The beginning of the new millennium was associated with disappointments. Leo twice missed out on good roles in American Psycho and Spider-Man. Both films were commercially successful and were favorably received by critics. However, as it turned out, DiCaprio as if he felt that his role is not far off. In 2002, one of the greatest directors of our time, Steven Spielberg, invited Leo to play a major role in the comedy Detective Catch Me If You Can. The film, based on the true story of a cunning crook Frank Abagnale, was a real breakthrough and one of the highest-grossing films DiCaprio. The actor received his third Golden Globe nomination and rehabilitated himself in the eyes of the critics. Since then, the creative alliance of DiCaprio and Scorsese is considered one of the strongest and most successful in the history of cinema. In 2004, the director again directs his favorite actor in the film The Aviator. The biographical story is about a brilliant businessman, director and engineer Howard Hughes. To get into the role, Leo spent about 18 months. The Aviator gained worldwide fame and 11 Oscar nominations, including for DiCaprio for Best Actor. It was the actor's second nomination, and once again fate did not smile on him. The award went to Jamie Foxx. But for Leo went to the first Golden Globe in his career. Scorsese and DiCaprio next joint work, the crime thriller The Departed, only strengthened the fame of Leo as a talented and versatile actor. He brilliantly played the role of a cop, embedded in a criminal gang, and was nominated for another Golden Globe. Also in 2006, Leonardo took part in the film adaptation of the story of the smuggler Danny Archer, who sells diamonds. The film Blood Diamond was less successful commercially, but was highly appreciated by critics. Leo himself received his third Oscar nomination, but missed out again. The Quiet 2010 Seconds and Further Achievements. By the age of 35, Leonardo DiCaprio was known about Leonardo DiCaprio all over the planet. Good pecuniary wealth and solid fees allowed the actor to break into roles, stopping only at the truly interesting proposals for himself. Together with Kate Winslet, with whom Leo is friends since Titanic, he starred in the romantic film The Road of Change. The film brought the actor another nomination for the Golden Globe. At the same time, DiCaprio is trying out for the opposite role, playing a fighter against terrorism in the thriller Body of Lies. In 2010, longtime friend Martin Scorsese invited the actor to play a major role in the psychological detective Island of the Damned. Chilling story of a policeman who allegedly came to investigate the disappearance of a sick girl, but in the end turned out to be mentally ill, made the effect of a bomb explosion. Theme of psychology continued Christopher Nolan in a fantastic movie The Beginning, which is also invited to play DiCaprio. These two roles have proven that the beautiful external data actor lies remarkable talent and the ability to get used to the most multifaceted, complex, and unpredictable roles. In 2013, DiCaprio again starred in Scorsese's The Wolf of Wall Street and became a producer of the film. The sexy blonde played the role of the darling of life, the millionaire conman Jordan Belfort, who is eventually convicted of financial crimes. The black comedy was a resounding success, and DiCaprio was nominated for 2 Oscars at once, as the Best Actor and Producer. However, the cherished statuette passed by again, which gave rise to hundreds of memes and discussions on the World Wide Web. The first Oscar in now. After The Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio announced his desire to take a break in his acting career. Fans of the actor worried enough whether, frustrated in the endless race for movie awards, Handsome decided not to appear on the big screen. And indeed, for almost 2 years Leo's name appeared in the Social Chronicle except for reports of charity events. One of the strongest roles of Leonardo was a Hunter Hugh Glass from the movie Survivor, which was mercilessly fighting for his life. Left for dead somewhere in the far northwest of the United States. Preparing for the role, The actor has carefully studied the trapper's diary and tried to delve into the image of the hero. Although Leonardo admits that it was difficult for him to imagine himself in some situations in which he finds himself, for example, spending the night in the carcass of a dead animal. His character speaks very little in the frame, so it was necessary for DiCaprio to convey the story through nonverbal means. It was insanely difficult and tempting at the same time, the actor states. It was this role that brought Leonardo the long-awaited Oscar, which he undoubtedly deserved. Despite the fact that he is already in his fifth decade, DiCaprio remains true to himself. He still can be seen wearing classic jeans, and he prefers to work only with the best directors. He does not change his tastes and does not want to decorate his body with newfangled tattoos. The actor is known for his active social activities, in which he takes a great interest in environmental issues. In particular, he is interested in climate warming. Global warming is not a science fiction, but a reality that each of us has to deal with, says the actor. The most enviable bachelor on the planet has never been married. However, no one thinks about his orientation because Leo has repeatedly been spotted in the company of attractive girls. DiCaprio himself notes that he dreams of starting a family and having many children, but his busy schedule prevents him. Until now, the 44-year-old actor's priority is his career, so he can't pay proper attention to love relationships. As for the image of the ideal wife, Leonardo presents her as a modest homemaker, a wise mother, and a loving wife. Leonardo DiCaprio advocates a healthy lifestyle. According to him, he has never tried any drugs, having watched the distorted fates of addicts in his childhood. He also actively fights for the preservation of nature, and even plans to open his own eco-friendly resort in Central America. It was a success story of an incredibly charming and beautiful man. Thank you for watching. Love and good luck to you.